Hi, my name is Sam, and I'm going to be performing a full head-to-toe assessment on you today. I'm going to be your nurse. I'm going to do my hand hygiene. I'm going to provide privacy, and I'm going to raise the bed to a working height. How are you today?
Good.
And are you experiencing any pain?
No.
Okay. I'm going to check your wristband. Could you tell me your name and your date of birth?
Jolyn, March 26, 2013.
Perfect. I'm going to ask you a couple more questions. Do you know where you are?
Yes, at home.
And do you know what brought you here?
I live here.
Do you know what year it is?
2023.
And could you just restate your name and then your date of birth one more time for me?
Jolyn, March 26, 2013.
Awesome. Okay. Patient is dressed appropriately. Patient's hygiene is appropriate. Patient's speech is fluent. And patient has non-labored breathing, on-room air. I'm now going to take a look at your head symmetry. I don't know why I'm taking this off right now. Sorry. I'm just going to put that right there. I'm going to look at your head symmetry. Head symmetry is symmetric. No mass is noted. I'm also going to look at your ears and your nose. No redness or drainage noted on the ears or the nose. Lips are appropriate for ethnicity. No cyanosis noted. I now have a bright light. I'm going to shine it in your eyes. So before constriction, pupils right now are at a 6 millimeter. I'm now going to shine it in your eyes. Okay, pupils are equal round and reactive to light. And then after constriction, her pupil is constricted to 3 millimeters. And then I'm going to put the pen up here. If you can just look up at the wall, and I'm going to tell you, look at the pen, look at the pen. Okay, pupils accommodate. And then I'm going to assess your carotid pulses. So it's going to be on your neck. So I'm just going to feel on your neck on both sides. Carotid pulses are +2 on the left and +2 on the right. And then I'm looking at her jugular vein distension. Okay, no jugular vein distension, no lumps or masses noted. And then I'm going to move on to your arms. Patient's skin temperature. Patient's skin temperature is warm, dry, and appropriate for ethnicity and tan. And then I'm going to check your brachial pulses. So inside your arms. Patient's brachial pulses are at a +2 bilaterally. I'm going to check your radial pulses. Patient's radial pulses are at a +2 bilaterally. And then if you can push down on my hands, so with the palms, yep. And then if you can push up on my hands. And then if you can squeeze my fingers. Okay, patient has full strength, 5 out of 5 bilaterally on her upper extremities. And then if you can just put your hands out, I'm going to test for capillary refill. Capillary refill on the patient is less than 2 on her left and her right hand. Now I'm going to test for skin tenting. Okay, there is no tenting noted. I'm now going to move down to your legs. And I'm basically just going to do the same thing on your legs. Okay. Patient's skin temperature is appropriate. Patient's skin is appropriate for ethnicity. Skin temperature is warm, dry, and tan. And then could you take your shoes off for me? I'm sorry, I'm gonna touch your feet. Okay. So I'm going to start by doing her dorsalis pedis pulse. Dorsalis pedis pulse is at a +2. Then I'm gonna go behind your ankles. Sorry. Okay. Posterior tibialis pulse is at a +2 bilaterally. And then if you can push down on my hands with your feet. And then if you can push up on my hands. Okay, patient's strength in her feet is a 5 out of 5 bilaterally. And then I'm gonna check for capillary refill. Okay, capillary refill is less than 2 seconds. And then now I'm gonna check for edema on your shins. Okay, there is no edema noted. And then I checked the bony prominences on her legs, and her skin is intact on bony prominences. And then on her arms, on the bony prominences, the skin is also intact. And then now I'm going to take a listen to your heart. Okay, aortic, second intercostal space, right sternal border, no regular rate and rhythm. Pulmonic, second intercostal space, left sternal border, regular rate and rhythm. Erb's point, regular rate and rhythm, third intercostal space, left sternal border. Tricuspid, regular rate and rhythm, left sternal border, fourth intercostal space. And then I'm gonna listen right here. Okay, mid-clavicular line, mitral, regular rate and rhythm, fifth intercostal space. And then I'm gonna listen to your apical pulse. It's gonna be right here, so I have to listen for a full minute, okay? Okay, after listening to the patient's apical pulse for a full minute, it was at 78 rests per minute, and I heard S1 at the apex and S2 at the base. Now I am going to listen to your lungs, but first I'm going to check for your respirations. I'm going to also check for the respirations for a full minute. Okay, after checking her respirations for a full minute, she was at 16 breaths per minute. Also, I wanted to note that whenever I looked at her eyes, her sclera was white and there was no conjunctiva, or there was no discharge in her conjunctiva. And then now I'm just gonna take a listen to your lungs, but first I'm gonna do a little, like a symmetrical expansion test. All you have to do is take a deep breath in and then deep breath out. Okay. Symmetrical rise and fall of the chest wall anteriorly, and now I'm going to take a listen to the front of the chest. Okay, there were no adventitious sounds noted, and lung sounds were clear to auscultation. I'm now going to do the same thing on your back, but first I'm gonna check your abdomen. So if you can just lie on your back. I'm just gonna do a quick assessment on your stomach. Okay, patient's abdomen contour is flat. And then I'm just gonna listen to your stomach really quick. Okay, all bowel sounds are normal active. Now just lay for one more second and you're gonna feel me press on your stomach, okay? But not hard. Okay, there is no tenderness, no masses, no distension. No tenderness, no masses, no distension noted, and no guarding. Okay, now I'm finished with my abdominal assessment. You can sit up and I'm gonna do your back. So I'm gonna do the same thing. If you can just give me a deep breath. Okay, symmetrical rise and fall of the chest wall posteriorly, I'm sorry. Symmetrical rise and fall of the chest wall posteriorly. I'm now gonna listen to your back. Okay, there was no adventitious sounds noted and lung sounds were clear to auscultation. And then I'm just gonna check for the bony prominences on your skin on your back. Her skin is intact on her back. And then the last thing I'm gonna do is just check to make sure your lines, tubes, and drains are intact. Lines, tubes, and drains are intact. That is the end of my assessment. Thank you for allowing me to do my assessment on you. I'm gonna lower your bed back to a working height, perform my hand hygiene, make sure that you have non-slip socks on, and then put both of your side rails up.